Hello again and welcome back to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. and race 2 of round 2 here at Sardegna on the road track B circuit, 2.4 mile anti-clockwise track this one. And yeah, race 1 was well, pretty decent race, especially for Ethan. He came out trumps there, absolutely pulling ahead and getting the victory, well-deserved victory in the end for Ethan in race 1. He will be starting from the back because it is the reverse grid for this second 19 lap race. So right, let's get on with this then, and let's go through that grid now. As I say, reverse grid it is. So Enzo sits on pole position and he's on the medium tyres. We've got Fitzy in second on the mediums, Unforgiven in third on the mediums, Panic in fourth on the mediums also, Victor in fifth, mediums. Frowny sixth is, well, he's actually on the hard. So first of the hard racers there. In sixth is Frowny. Then we've got Harry in seventh on the medium tyres. Nath on hards in eighth place. Scott on hards in ninth. Motorstorm on hards in 10th. Gal on the hards in 11th. And Ethan on the mediums down there at the back in 12th. Right, let's get this underway then and let's go. Lights out, away we go. Now who's got the best start? Well, predictably, the Mercs get off. Certainly Harry on the outside, but look at Fitzy on the outside of Enzo as they come up to turn 1 now. Enzo should just hold it, but Fitzy going around the outside. Be careful not to go too wide. You don't want to be getting yourself out on that gravel, as I said, at race 1. And Unforgiven making his way through up the inside of Harry into 4th place then, Unforgiven. But it's Fitzy who's leading the pack now in the Porsche, those medium tyres. Fitzy had that off, didn't he, in race 1, and he's determined to have a better race 2 here. He was left at the back and didn't ever recover, and that's where he finished after that big off. So certainly looking to not repeat that same thing. Up the hill they come. Enzo just dropped that 1 place from pole to 2nd place, but I think that's purely because of the fact Ferrari isn't actually the fastest off a standing start, so cars will tend to go past the Ferrari. Then we've got Panic in third in the Porsche. Didn't see much of Panic, did we, in race 1? See what he can do here in race 2. Then Unforgiven in 4th. Right behind him is Harry. He's going to have a move up here, I think, at turn 1 on Unforgiven. He does. Does he get it done, or does Unforgiven hang it out there? Well, he does. He does grab a little bit of gravel, but couldn't really do anything about Harry. He was up the inside. He had the move done by the time they exited, so Unforgiven just had to give that place. So down to 5th place he goes, with Victor now up behind Unforgiven as well. Again, another one we didn't really focus too much on in race 1. It was all happening up the front, wasn't it? But a little bit of grass for Victor. Again, a little bit easy done there if you just don't quite get that right hander right. It's hard on the brakes into this tricky turn 8 up the hill. There's Gower. Finished 2nd in race 1, didn't he? And he was he's up to 8th now with Motorstorm, who finished 3rd coincidentally in race 1 in 9th. So 8th and 9th are battling it out here as they were in race 1, although not as close as this. And behind them is our race 1 winner, Ethan. So them 3 guys you see in shot now, well, not now, but now, are the 3 that finished in the top 3 in race 1. It's Motorstorm now picks up that slip from Gower, and he's going to easily get this move done up to 8th place at turn 1. Gower back to 9th, but Ethan already looking strong again. Plenty of time, as I say, it's 19 laps. We've just started lap 3, so I need to push too hard, although he thought about having a go at Gower there, but then think about it. The Storm just pulling away a little bit, but Gower with all sorts of pressure behind him from Ethan. It's hard on the brakes, and it's a tight line from Gower now. Does he get it, or does he run it wide? Yeah, I thought he might run it a little bit wide, and he might actually lose that spot. He does to Ethan. Yeah, just a little bit too hot in at turn 8 was Gower, and that just allowed Ethan to grab that 9th place off him. Just took a little bit of gravel on exit. You see him come through the final corner with Scott in 11th following him, with Nath at the back there in 12th. So Nath doesn't look to have had any damage, but wasn't that far back, was he? So he's something's clearly happened to Nath. Maybe he had a penalty that I missed. It's the only thing I can think of. He's not that far back, but someone's sideways up there, I think. Is there a yellow flag? No, there isn't. I thought I see someone sideways, but there wasn't. So Nath at the back there in 12th, trying to get on terms with Scott in 11th. With some hard tyres. Might be wide Gower. Just couldn't quite get that turn done at turn 8. But where's Brownie? Because he was the first of the hard runners, wasn't he? And he's in 7th, so not doing too bad. I think he may have just dropped 1 place. I think he was in about 6th. It would have been 7th actually, but doing pretty well on the hard tyres, although Motorstorm's going to grab him now through turn 8 and all over him, and he's got Ethan one side on the inside and Motorstorm going around the outside, and he drops down to 9th, and Ethan had a big moment. Now Gower's having a look at Frowney, and I think Gower got through. Cameron can't even catch up. It's all happening here, isn't it? So Gower did get through. Frowney back to 10th now, and that is all the medium guys through. So it's Frowney in 10th, Scott in 11th, Nath in 12th. They are the hard compound runners. So we haven't seen our leader for a while. So let's just go and see what's happening with Fitzy. He's leading it, and he's leading it by some at the moment over Panic, who's still in 2nd. But look at the pressure he's under now from Harry in 3rd. So he's dropped another place back to 4th, but Harry all over the back of Panic now. So let's see if Panic does panic at this point. You've got someone right up the back of you. Oh, Enzo with a real big moment, and wow, he done really well. Let's just have a quick look at that. I was just looking at the guy ahead of him. All of a sudden I see something going on in the background, and it was Enzo taking a whole lot of grass curb as he did it on exit. But not much there, was it really? He didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, he took a bit of curb, but nothing was on the gravel or anything. Oh, hang on, something's happened. He's got his indicator going, or has he just pulled over because Unforgiven? Yeah, he has. So well driven by Enzo actually. Just I see the indicator come on from Enzo. He just let Unforgiven come through to avoid holding him up, because obviously at that moment, and his momentum had slowed right down. So that's good driving, good awareness from Enzo, although he has still got it on. So I assume that what he's doing. Looked like he slowed down anyway, just hasn't turned his indicator off. Victor's behind him in 6th. So better showing from Victor this one. So there is a pit stop that will be required here, because of course it's medium and hard tyres, as Enzo has another look to get that 4th place back off of Unforgiven, but Unforgiven's going to stick it out there, and said, no way Enzo, you're not having it. Thanks for giving it, but you're not having it back, pal. Or is he? And now Victor's thinking, well, I'll tell you what, if you don't want it, I'll have it. But no, Enzo's still got the inside, and he does get it done, or does he? Because Unforgiven's going to stay there on the inside. Good racing from these 3. Victor's there, and that's brought Motorstorm and, well, both Motorstorm and Ethan into play now. Look at this, a 5 cars battle here on lap 6. So they all stream down the hill. That's going to be interesting on the brakes up here. Let's go with our leader Enzo and see what happens behind. Does everyone make it? Oh, Ethan very wide. Now, did he? I think he was at the back of this 5, wasn't he? And all of a sudden, it probably all got a bit, yeah, to avoid hitting the back of Motorstorm there. So good driving, because to get himself stopped as well as not getting himself into the gravel pit. And yeah, he lost a little bit of time, but it was either that or plough straight into the back of Motorstorm and probably Victor, who was ahead of him. So good driving there. But talking of Victor, he's right up behind Unforgiven now, and he's going to pull out, have a little bit of slip at Unforgiven, and that Beamer will. Especially a close battle like there's not going to be much in it between these two cars. Now Victor's obviously got that inside line. Does he get that 5th place? He does. Does he keep it though? Yes, he does. And likewise, there's Motorstorm and Ethan finding it out as well, and Scott's in. So first of our hard drivers are in from 9th position. Motorstorm, he's got beat up a bit now, and he's been pushed back to 8th now as Ethan gets through into 7th behind Unforgiven. But yeah, both Frowney and Scott are in. So maybe all the hard guys are in. Let's see if Gow's in as well. No, he's not, or has he? Yes, he has. He has been in. So too is Dave. So I think that's all the hard runners all in and out. There they are. Medium guys will have a little bit more time. Not too sure actually what lap it will be. On lap 7, they've got to run the hard for at least a minimum of 2 laps. Get it right this week after saying 3 laps last week. But 2 laps for the hard tyres, so these guys got plenty of time if they want to take it right to the end, which I would imagine they will on these medium tyres. There's no point in doing it any earlier, really, is there? They'll just run it down as far as the fuel will take them. I think the fuel will go probably maybe before the tyres do, but whatever way it turns out, they won't be coming in yet. So Harry then still behind Panic, and Panic still keeping that 2nd place ahead of him. But of course, like I always say, as soon as you're getting cars and drivers battling with each other, if there's far ahead of them, and where there is in this case Fitzy, this is just going to help his cause, because they're really concentrating and focusing on what both of those are doing rather than looking about what he's doing. So this will let Fitzy go, and he'll have a lovely lead to take with him. He's out coming into the final chicane now. Fitzy's coming through it now. These boys are only just coming up to it, so that is your gap. So he's up there, he is, there's Fitzy, so there's your gap. So Fitzy crosses that line to start lap 9. Panic in 2nd, Harry in 3rd. Enzo in 4th place, Victor in 5th. Unforgiven's fell back to 7th. Ethan's up to 6th. So why is Unforgiven falling back to 7th? Did he have a coming together with someone as Victor now and Ethan? It's all getting close, but Ethan's going to take it on the outside. Good move, up to 5th he goes, Ethan. So Victor back to 6th place, but Ethan is getting through, and remember, he was at the back of the grid in 12th place at the start. We're pretty much halfway through this race, and already he's got himself up into P5. So what can he do? Got these 4 guys ahead of him. First on his hit list is Enzo. Enzo looking a little bit skittish in that Ferrari at times. So just what Ethan wants to see. Easily done there, taking a lot of grass on the right hand side, but that's just where you're going through there, almost full speed. So yeah, so lap 9, say lap 10 now. I'm guessing the guys will probably be in around lap 13, maybe. I reckon they'll have to do at least half a dozen laps on the hard tyre around here, only because of the fuel. It's not so much the tyre, as I say. I think the fuel will be going before the tyres, if I'm honest. The tyres look okay at this point. it's all guesswork from me. I haven't got a clue really, but just run it until you run it till you're running fumes, basically, isn't it? Is the way I look at it. Forgiven then. Looking a little bit ragged at the back there, and I think whatever the reason he's dropped, it's not really tyres, it's about the same as everybody else. So did he have a penalty? Has he had a couple of penalties? I haven't really been on him much. Or is the car just not handling very well now? Whatever it is, he's dropping back a bit here, down to 7th. Maybe he's just fuel saving, but maybe he's going to run a bit of a longer stint on those medium tyres than what I predicted. But crosses the line now to start lap 11. Up towards turn 1 he goes. As our guys that all came in were in 8th there, with all the spotlights going now as the sun and light begins to fade. Just late in the afternoon here in Italy now. So spotlights are on that Beetle. Gower in 9th, Scott in 10th, Brownie in 11th, and Motorstorm in 12th. So he's had a lot of damage, hasn't he? So he's just had a really major off. He's come in. I didn't think he was on the hard tyres, but maybe he was. So let's have a look what happened to Motorstorm. Well, it's not there, is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage. I can see what's going to happen. So he comes round the right-hander down this hill. Now, does he grab the... Yeah, grabs too much on the outside curb. Lovely spin, but it's going to crash into the barrier, or is he? Oh, he's going to continue to spin and then smash into the barrier as he reverses into it, and now he's get a 3-point turn done. This is going to be like turning a double-decker bus, and again, and that's it, and that's how far back. This is just how much it causes you. He's got damage front and rear. He loses a whole heap of time, and to be fair, so where is he? He's just coming through turn 8 now. Our leader Fitzy is just coming up to it, so he could essentially be lapped here, Motorstorm, but no fault of his own, of course, but it is his fault, but intentionally. So Motorstorm 3rd in race 1. Doesn't look like he's going to be getting a 3rd place in race 2, does it? So Fitzy though, angry from the first race after his off. It's looking like he's been in business now. Looks like he's going to stay out for maybe one more, looking at his fuel there. So yeah, I did predict sort of lap 13, 14. So I reckon he's got one more lap in that in his fuel tank. He's going to see it through. None of the other guys have also come in, all of these guys. I mean, Panic's got a bit more fuel there. He's probably got maybe at least another 2 or 3 there. So maybe he's doing a little bit of fuel saving. Harry, he's probably got a couple too. Enzo in 4th. He's not got many either. So he may have maybe 1 or 2 as well. So we'll see, but certainly Fitzy, our leader, when we go back to him here. Yeah, fuel gauge is now flashing. He's going to certainly be in for fuel, but there's no doubt that he'll be changing tyres as well at the same time. It'll only be 1 stop here. Be on a 2-stop. No one will be on a 2-stop here. So while he's there getting the fuel put in, he will be getting himself onto the hard tyres for the remainder of the race. That will leave 7 laps for Fitzy to run on those hard tyres. So let's see, he's going to go in now. He's going to stay off to the right hand side. Or is he not? No, okay, so he's flashing, so maybe there is enough there for him. He's probably got just enough. So obviously I'm not sitting in the car, I'm just seeing what's on the screen, what everyone else can see. But Ethan is in, so Ethan is in. He's going to be the first one then in the BM to get onto those hard tyres. These other guys have stayed out. So yeah, they're all flashing, but obviously you've got enough to do one more lap. So Panic could be in a good position here in second. He's got plenty of fuel. He's obviously been short shifting, fuel saving. Tyre's not the best, but still got enough there to be okay. And, also to keep Harry behind him as well as Enzo. Good job there, Panic in second. So Fitzy will see his name flash up shortly. He will be in pit lane. Panic won't be. And he will be the leader of this race when he goes past Fitzy. So Fitzy is in now. Panic will stay out. Let's see who else goes in. I think Enzo's just dived in. I just see in the background. Sure I did. Yes, he has. So that puts Panic as our new leader then. With Harry up to second, Victor for third, and Forgiven's in as well. So these three guys, Victor fancying his chances with one more lap as well. Then it'll be the guys that were started on the hard tyres that will be through. Where's Fitzy now? He came in, remember, so he's putting in fuel now. Enzo will be in service. I think Unforgiven's only just got in there, and here come those guys who changed onto the mediums some time ago. Nath will take up that fifth place, but Fitzy has come out in fourth, so he has lost 3 places, but only to the guys that haven't come in yet. So Fitzy's still in a good place there in fourth. About half a tank of fuel put in for these remaining 6 laps. Nath up to 5th now with Scott 6th. Enzo came out in 7th behind Scott, and in between Scott and Gower. Oh, in fact, Gower came in, didn't he? So both Enzo and Gower have slotted in behind Scott, and in between him and Ethan, who's in 9th. Now Harry, Victor are all in. Panic has actually stayed out, so Panic did have at least another 3 laps in his fuel tank, so he's done some superb bit of fuel saving as Panic, as we go to him now. So he clearly hasn't been panicking. He's will be in next time though, for sure. Harry still in along with Victor, just exiting now. Fitzy's got that second place, who's just gone past pit exit, so Fitzy into second. Where is Panic? Panic's coming down towards turn 8 now. So he has got a big lead over Fitzy. Now, is it big enough? It's quite a long service time in pit lane, it would seem, although he's not going to have to put in quite as much fuel, is he? It's only going to have 4 laps to run when he does come out. So Panic, we know, is going to be in now. There he goes. Fitzy, meanwhile, is going through turn 8, so we'll stay with Fitzy. In fact, let's go on board with Fitzy and let's just see if he does take the lead of this race again. I'll keep a little eye on where Panic is. I think he's literally only just got into his pit box, so this is going to be quite easy actually in the end. I mean, I know I said he's not going to have to put in quite so much fuel. It's Panic, so it's going to be close. As Fitzy now exits the final corner, coming up towards the line to start lap 16. Keep an eye on this pit lane. You're going to see, there he is, Panic leaving now. So he does come out in first, Panic, and Fitzy's still in second, but Fitzy's got a great run and he's going to be right up behind Panic. So let's stay with Fitzy for this lap and just see what kind of gain he gets here. Remember, Panic is also on those hard tyres. Got the 2 Porsches, so it's going to be evenly matched here. Obviously, Panic, brand new tyres that are colder. You've got to get some temp into them, whereas Fitzy's had a good couple of laps now with them at full temp. So we'll see. Got away about fuel saving now, straight to the end, foot to the floor here. Hard on the brakes right at the start of the curving. Let it throw you out. Use all the curb on the outside to the left, up onto the right hand curve now through this really uneven left-hander. So a double little kink as well there, and through this left-hander on towards the final corners 12 and 13. Clipping that inside curb, using all of the runoff there of the curbing on the right. So not really much in it, is there, between Fitzy and Panic. Fitzy has got a good look at him. There's Harry still in third, so he's been in, come out, and remains in that third place. Now, if Harry does stay there, or we will have 3 new winners of the season. It's very early doors in the season, but the top 3 at the moment have all yet to win a race. So we've got some new lanes on the winners list. Nathan's not far behind Harry though in that Beetle in 4th. He also hasn't had a win yet, so our top 4. But looking for a step on the podium. Relatively quiet for Nath. He's normally there, isn't he? We know, obviously, very quick driver. We know what he's all about from last season, etc. And on the Wednesday Championship, so we do know what he's about. We know he's quick. It's being relatively quiet here, but keeping himself to himself, and he's in a good place as well. So he starts a penultimate lap, and well and truly got Harry in his sights ahead of him, but sitting ominously behind him though. Cue the Jaws music is Scott in 5th. What can Scott do now? Scott has had 2 wins so far, both in round 1. Not wins, he got 2 seconds, I should say, in round 1 in both the races. So sitting in 5th place, just eyeing up a podium here. But running out of laps here is Scott, so don't know if there's anything he can do about both Nathan and Harry ahead of him, but this battle looks like it's going to go right down to the wire between these 3. And likewise at the front, if we go back to the front, Fitzy has pulled right up in behind Panic now as they come round the final corner, or towards the final corner, to start the final lap. Now both are on their last few litres of fuel. Nothing left at the end of this, so they won't be fuel saving, no. They will be just trying to win this race. So it's the battle of the Porsches here in race 2. Panic, Fitzy and Harry still in 3rd. Your top 3. Everybody on red now on the fuel gauge, as Ethan is not going to repeat his heroics of race 1. Give it a good shot though from the back of the field, it's got to be said. I think he got himself up to at least 5th place in this race, but he's in 6th at the moment. Enzo 7th, Gower. Usual to see him back there, but maybe just not quite the right strategy or quite the right car for around here in 8th place. We've got to go back to our leader because he will be shortly coming out of that final corner, and it is Panic whose strategy with his fuel saving early on in this race looks like it's paid dividends, because he ran it the longest on those medium tyres. He was the only one. He's going to get victory with Fitzy in 2nd. Good finish for you boys. Harry will grab 3rd place. Well done to him. Nathan will just about get 4th ahead of Scott in 5th. Ethan will finish in 6th. 7th for Enzo. Gower in 8th place. Unforgiven in 9th. Victor in 10th. Brownie in 11th. And I think he might be, he's had some damage now on the rear. Now what happened to him? Where was that damage caused? There it was. Might as well go back and have a look and see what happened. In fact, let's go back another little step. So what was he doing? He was chasing down Unforgiven, very close at this point now. So he was looking to grab that 9th, and then does the Porsche go for a Burton round here? It does, and it's exactly what Fitzy done. Wasn't quite as brutal as Fitzy hitting the barrier, but quite a spectacular finish in the end from Frowney, but didn't help him in the end. He loses a couple of spots, but it's going to be 11th for him as we see him come out the final corner. And then we got Motorstorm Hero, who's way back, but from that massive off that he had, will be coming in 12th place. Consolation for Motorstorm though is he has got that fastest lap of 1:20.2, so scuffs all over his car. Remember, he was doing that 3-point turn at the bottom of the hill. And, yeah, not the greatest finish for him in the end, Motorstorm, but I say he will get... he's even run out of fuel, so he's going to roll it in, so just to make matters worse, he will roll it across and finish in 12th. Motorstorm Hero, well done, man. In the end gets it. So well done to Panic for that victory, and well done to everybody. Thanks to Nathan for the replay as well, and well, what a great race that was. So that concludes round 2 then, and well, hopefully join me for the next round. I think we're in Croatia for the next round, so that's a week away, so join me for that. Thank you for watching. Please continue to do so, like and subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for everything, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.